Welcome to the Cafe Academy Masterclass for CEO, brought to you by the Cafe Academy, helping people grow their coffee shop from scratch. It is our pleasure to have you here today to embark on this wonderful journey towards building your coffee shop from the ground up. In this course on the 7 key strategies to 7-figure coffee business, you will learn how to build company culture, how to get the best coffee supplier, advertising and branding your coffee shop, and much more. Now, before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Shaun and I am a business consultant here at the Cafe Academy, and what I do is help entrepreneurs build their coffee shop from scratch with $0. I am very fortunate to be here with you guys, as I will be your instructor throughout the whole course. This course is designed to grow your small coffee shop into a worldwide success. Just as there's a recipe for making the finest coffee, there's also a recipe for taking your coffee shop to the next level. By the end of this course, you will unlock the secrets of growing your small coffee shop into a worldwide success. We're going to dive deeply into each section so that you can have more understanding and will be able to take these concepts and ideas to your coffee shop business. For this reason, the course and all you will learn here, we're mostly going to focus on what's going to make a massive difference in your success in growing your coffee shop. My goal for you as an instructor of this course is for you to have more confidence and courage to tackle any challenges that comes your way. By the end of this course, if you need help with growing your coffee shop business, please send us an email at inbox@thecafeacademy.com. Now, let's start growing your coffee shop business into a massive success and achieving prosperity. Google My Business. Getting your coffee shop on Google My Business is the first step towards achieving massive success. Let's understand what Google My Business is and how it can work for your business. Google My Business is a tool that gives you the power to manage how your business appears to potential customers on Google Search and Google's Maps when searching for your type of service or company. As a business owner, Google My Business lets you update your business name, location, hours, menu, and more while providing you with the insights into how your business is performing. It gives you valuable information about where, how, and why people are searching for you. Google My Business is a must-have to claim important niche-specific keywords that customers are searching for locally, particularly with local service-based business. Since search queries such as restaurant near me, coffee shops in New Jersey, or best dental office in Miami are becoming increasingly the norm, local businesses are forced to adapt to modern methods to stay relevant online. Now, why do you need to have Google My Business? By having a Google My Business account, you will expose your coffee shop business to more potential customers. Google My Business provides information about your coffee shop, such as reviews and ratings, so that consumers can know what to expect and the quality of your service. Google will also provide navigations and directions on how to get to your coffee shop automatically. Now, the next important question, how much does it cost? Getting your coffee shop business on Google My Business is absolutely free. Simply go to google.com and type in Google My Business. From here, you will put your business information. They will send a mail to the address you've provided to confirm the location. And after that, your coffee shop will appear on Google Maps. This will have a significant start for your coffee shop, as people will now know that another coffee shop nearby does exist. Once you've listed your coffee shop on Google My Business, you want to strive to get positive reviews. Reviews are one of the strongest forms of influence on Google, and it's important that you encourage customers to leave reviews on your page. It's also important that you respond to these reviews. It shows that you are thankful for their support, and it'll also help increase your online ranking. And also, most importantly, if there were to be a negative review, you can diffuse the issue by commenting, "We apologize," and that we're working on the issue so that you can have a much better experience. This shows that someone up there cares and is going to make the necessary change, and that makes the perception of your coffee shop positive while still encouraging potential customers to come in. Building company culture. Building a company culture for your coffee shop is the next step towards achieving massive success. Culture is what makes every company unique, and is the hardest thing to copy by a competitor. The culture you create for your coffee shop company needs to be a natural extension of the personality and values of the leadership and the people you're trying to attract. It needs to complement the goal of your company, the competitive environment in which you are in, and the products that you are building. Now, the question is, how are we going to create a company culture that will lead your coffee shop business to success? First, we must understand that culture is a set of underlying beliefs and values that drives action and provides identity. Culture is not values, nor is it action or identity. It's a combination of the three that operates at the same time. The order in which the three aspects of culture arise is very important. It begins with a set of shared values and beliefs. These shared values give rise to consistent action, and consistent action work in developing the identity. When a culture dies, it is again in the same order. First, the values are forgotten. Next, the action becomes inconsistent. Finally, the identity is lost, at which point you can say that the culture is finally dead. In order to build a great culture, one must begin by building the right set of values that everyone agrees with. Each action that follows should work in alignment with the values. Finally, based on the values and consistent action, one needs to build an identity which will be associated with the culture. In the process of building your company culture for your coffee shop, you want to focus on the following three aspects. 1. Hiring the right people. 2. Training and cultivating your people. 3. Communication and team spirit. Hiring the right people. When it's time to start hiring, never hire people solely on their skill sets and experience alone. You want to consider their talents, passions, goals in life, values, and aspirations. These should be well aligned with the rest of the team, and everyone should share the same goals and vision for the company. Hiring the wrong people not only reduces financial growth, but can also have a negative impact on the reputation of your coffee shop. Bad hires can drive away the best team members, lose potential customers, and lower team standards as well. Training and cultivating your people. Continuous training encourages personal growth, fulfillment, and the development of new skills. If your coffee shop company helps people grow, people will help the company grow. If done correctly, training can be a fun and interactive activity that will cultivate your coffee shop business learning culture. Communication and team spirit. Working as a team is the key to building the right culture. You want to ensure that you have the right communication processes and tools to enable the transfer of information to the right team members. Always remember to have a two-way communication channel. Listening to feedback and different opinions is just as important. Designing a coffee shop interior and exterior. Designing the interior and exterior of your coffee shop is the next step towards achieving massive success. Interior space plays an important role in how your customer feels while enjoying their coffee, and for your coffee shop business, the design can make a significant difference when growing your business, attracting customers, and brand loyalty. The interior and exterior design of your coffee shop will improve the customer's experience. It is important to have a cozy interior in a cafe, as it influences the minds of the customers. People like to visit places that gives them freshness. The way your shop is designed, furnished, lit, and decorated all has an impact on the customer experience. When you start your coffee shop business, remember that a new cafe is more about presentation than food. It is essential to look perfect first. Interior decoration changes the whole business outlook. It's because when prospective customers come and see that it looks and feels good, they feel that it's going to taste good as well. If you need help with design ideas, you can go to www.pinterest.com and type in coffee shop interior designs or coffee shop exterior designs so that you can have a reference to how you should make your coffee shop look. When designing your coffee shop, you want to make the experience to be as seamless as possible. The designs, colors, floors, and furnitures needs to complement each other and feel organic. You want your coffee shop to be more than just a place to have a coffee. You want to make it an experience. The goal of designing your coffee shop is to provide your prospective customers with a positive experience that will keep them coming back for more. Interviewing and hiring talent. Hiring the right people for your coffee shop business is the next step towards achieving massive success. By hiring and recruiting the best candidates, your coffee shop is going to grow to the next level. Now, the question is, how are we going to recruit the right kind of people? When it comes to finding the right employee, you'll be flooded with a ton of resumes from all over the place. In job applications, cover letters, resumes, and interviews, your prospective employees will have plenty of opportunities to present themselves as they want to be seen by you as a coffee shop employer. The problem you'll face during the interviews is that who your candidates are and who they're presenting to be isn't always the same. You will come across a lot of applicants who will exaggerate or plain out lie about their knowledge and skills in order to get the job position. As you hire employees for your coffee shop, you will quickly realize that skills, experience, and education are not everything. Your potential candidate may have a degree from a respective college, high GPAs, remarkable work experience, strong technical skills, and can still fall short as a hire. When you're looking for a good employee, you want to find the ones that will exhibit the X factor, which can be hard to screen out by just looking at resumes and cover letters. The candidate with this X factor might not even look like the best hire on paper. This individual may have a few years of real experience, may lack an important skill or so listed in the job description, and may have an average college GPA. However, the thing that makes a great employee has to do with character, personality, cultural fit, passion, commitment, and willingness to learn. These things are not shown in a resume. In order to hire the best talent for your coffee shop business, you want to let go of the old ways of hiring people. Here we're going to discuss the 4 steps of a successful interviewing process that you want to utilize to hire the right employee for your company. 1. Have a meaningful conversation. 2. Get the entire team involved. 3. Prioritize cultural fit over technical skills. 4. Ask a couple of unpredictable questions. First, we're going to talk about having a meaningful conversation with your potential employee. Before you engage in a conversation with your potential employee, firstly, you really want to understand what and who you are looking for in terms of both hard technical skills and soft skills. If you're not sure what you're looking for, you're not going to find it. There are only 3 things you need to know when you interview and have a conversation with your potential employee. Can they do the job? Will they do the job? And will they fit in? The most important thing is that they can do the work listed on their resume. This is where you need to ask questions to verify their credentials. You want to ascertain that the candidate is telling the truth and to what extent. You want to clarify any details and allow your candidate to match their words to what is written on their resume. The best way to find out is to ask about situations in which they faced challenges and had used those skills and describe the outcome. Here is where you're going to take notes. You want to ask about a situation and a task that was a challenge. Ask what they did about it and what the outcome was. What you're looking for isn't a specific answer, but to understand how they approach a challenge and how they react to a crisis. This will help you understand how they think and see if this candidate fits into your team. As you interview candidates, take the time to make notes right after the interview while the impression is fresh. The most important thing about an interview is to learn to listen and pick up on tone and body language. You want someone who's confident but not aggressive. While writing your notes, create a 3-column graph on your paper, and for each column, place "Can they do the job?" in one column, "Will they do the job?" in one column, and "Will they fit in?" in the last column. As you evaluate each candidate, you want to write down a score of 1 to 3, with 3 being excellent, 2 being fair, and 1 being no good. You're going to interview a lot of candidates, and you want to keep track of each one. Ask them questions about themselves and let their personality shine. Get to know them as a person so you can see if they fit in well. Find out what their interests are and seek to inspire chemistry. Get the entire team involved. Getting the whole team involved will foster a positive sense of being more active for the greater good of the company. By including your staff in the hiring process, this will ensure that there is synergy between the team if hired. Employees often feel threatened by new hires, so giving them the opportunity to weigh in and help make a decision will improve the productivity of your coffee shop business. You want to introduce the likely candidate to the team, and you want them to ask questions about the candidate. After that, you want to talk to your team to get their thoughts and opinions. From doing this, the team will feel that they have been involved in the hiring decision, and when the newly hired candidate starts their first day, they will all be on the right track. This will also help with retaining employees. If you fail to do this, what's going to happen is that your current employees may not like the newly hired because they don't know this person and they haven't fostered a relationship. Prioritize cultural fit over technical skills. Cultural fit is essential for the growth of your company. It is the sharing and alignment of values and mission in the work environment, and by having a positive culture, it ensures that employees feel comfortable and successful in the work environment. You want your employees to stay around for a long time, especially when you spend a considerable amount of money and time hiring the best candidate. They may have the best credentials, but they will underperform if they do not share the company's values. When interviewing applicants, you want to ask the right questions. Questions should be focused not only on technical skills, but also on how the applicant interacts with others in the company and what they expect from others. You want the applicant to meet some of the other employees with whom they will be working so that they can understand their job positions. Also look for candidates that will add value to your coffee shop even if they're a bit different, as they might be the right person to add a different style or perspective to your team. Ask a couple of unpredictable questions. Asking odd questions to catch your candidate off guard can be your best weapon to find out their character. During the interview, the candidate will always show the best version of themselves at that time in order to land the job. It is therefore important that you integrate new ways of eliminating unqualified candidates and recruiting the best. By asking challenging questions, you can get an even clearer picture of what the person is really like. Also, make sure the questions that's asked are related to the position of the job. Some of the questions you can ask are, how do you handle stress? Why should we hire you? Do you have any regrets? You are selling more than just coffee, identifying and maximizing your unique selling proposition. Understand that you are selling more than just coffee is the next step in achieving massive success. Due to their relaxed and open feel, coffee shops are becoming more popular. Coffee shops provide a fresh, calm atmosphere where people can gather to have coffee with their friends. Thanks to their unique atmosphere, coffee shops offer the ideal meeting place. When you start your coffee shop from the ground up, you want to keep this aspect in mind. As you are building, you want to ask yourself, will this add to create the atmosphere for my ideal customers? Will my prospective customers choose my location as a place to conduct business? Will my prospective customer choose my place as a place where they can read a great novel and enjoy themselves? Every action you take should be towards achieving that goal for your customers. A good coffee shop should create a warm, homely atmosphere, providing spaces where people can sit and work in relative privacy. As you run your coffee shop, you'll soon discover very quickly that your coffee shop is satisfying far more needs than just the basic psychological needs of food and drinks. People want to feel accepted and feel that they belong. A good coffee shop operator knows you by name and makes your favorite drink without asking, because they've seen you a lot of times throughout the week. This process alone makes people feel that they belong. They feel accepted and start to consider your coffee shop as their second home. A coffee shop fulfills people's social needs. It's a place where people can establish and develop relationships. It's a place where the barista and the order taker must chat with you as part of the customized delivery product. It's a place where it is okay to converse with fellow customers. Remember, coffee is not the only thing they are there for. Otherwise, they could buy a Mr. Coffee maker and make their own coffee at home. Getting the best coffee supplier. Getting the best coffee supplier is the next step towards achieving massive success. The quality of your coffee is a key factor in the success of your coffee shop. The process of finding a supplier can be challenging, as you want to choose the coffee that your customers will like, while at the same time getting them at the lowest possible price so that you can make a profit. Other than quality, you want to find a supplier that is very reliable and can deliver consistency day after day for your coffee shop business. Here are the 4 things you want to do to make it easier to find the right supplier. 1. List down several suppliers. 2. Ask to have a sample. 3. Look for reviews. 4. Visit the local coffee shops. List down several suppliers. When you're looking for suppliers, you never want to go with the first one you find. You want to find a few that you like the looks of and then contact them personally to gather more information. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket, otherwise you're going to risk disappointment and failure. You want to do your research in depth, and just because the business is at the top of the search engine doesn't mean that they're the best supplier out there. They could have just ranked up there by link building efforts and networking. Google has never tasted their coffee, and they don't know the best coffee shop vendors, so they're showing you the results based on their algorithms, and hopefully you'll find what you need. Ask to have a sample. The next step is asking for a sample. Don't be deceived by how the packaging and logo looks. You want to think first and foremost about the quality of your coffee and what you like to sell to your prospective customers. You want to try it to make sure that your prospective customers will like it as well. You might also want to bring a friend or ask more coffee enthusiasts to come and taste a sample of the coffee and give you their opinion. By doing this, you're going to have more assurance that your coffee will be sold. Ask the supplier for a sample and make sure you give priority to asking for samples. Look for reviews. When you're looking for coffee shop suppliers, you want to see the reviews of what other things. This way, you can know what to expect and whether or not you should do business with this supplier. If you're unable to find any reviews, you want to search for any testimonials on their website and contact them directly. Or you can just type their name on Google search and scroll down until you see something pop up. You will be shocked by what you can find from a Google search result. Before I do business with a company, and if I can't find any reviews, I usually type the company name and type Reddit, then hit the search button to see if any conversations are going on with that company. When I see a negative review, I tend to look further to find out whether the fault lies with the company or the customer. Visit the local coffee shops. Visiting local coffee shops is one of the best ways to find the right coffee supplier, as you can ask the coffee shop owner about their experience of dealing with the suppliers. They'll also be more willing to provide you with the information you need as long as they don't see you as a potential competition. When you're searching for a supplier, you want to be firm and keep your business goals in mind. Advertising and branding your coffee shop. Advertising and branding your coffee shop is the next step towards achieving massive success. Now, this is different from getting your business listed on Google My Business, as discussed in the first section of this course. Getting your business listed on Google My Business is the first step towards attracting customers, but it can take time to see the results. To jumpstart your coffee shop to success, this is where you want to advertise and brand your cafe. Now, there are a lot of ways you can go about advertising and branding your coffee shop, but let's talk about how you can effectively approach the use of social media to advertise your coffee shop. There are many free online tutorials that will show you step by step how to set up an account on the social media platforms that you want to advertise on. So we're not going to discuss setting up an account in this section. What we're going to talk about is a social media strategy that you want to use when advertising your coffee shop. And that strategy is to define your brand. You want to identify the goals, the brand image, and the message you want to get across. But why is branding important, and what does it mean to brand? Branding is important because not only does it make a memorable impression on consumers, but it helps your customers to know what to expect from your company. Good branding will increase the value of your coffee shop, provide guidance and motivation to employees, and make it easier to acquire new customers. When developing an online marketing campaign, you should keep in mind that people who scroll through social media, such as Facebook and Instagram, have a short attention span, and you need to put more creativity into your ads to get them to engage with your post. You want to create a lot of different kinds of ads and test each of them to see which one does the best before you spend a ton of money on ads. You want to see how engaged they are with your ads and see if they're converting. Some of the mistakes that many entrepreneurs make in general is by creating a single ad and pouring all of their money into a single ad. It's like dumping all your eggs in one basket. No matter how pretty or how nice your ads look, they may not be effective. Simple ads sometimes do the trick, and other times ads with a lot of thought into it does the trick. You want your ads to evoke a feeling. What do you want people to achieve from going to your coffee shop? If we know that people go to coffee shops not just for the coffee, then why would someone come to your coffee shop? As discussed in previous section of this course, people go to coffee shops for social interaction. People want to feel that they belong. People want to feel that they matter and that they are important. People want to find a second home. Realizing this, now you have something to work with when creating your ads. You want to show an ad video of people socializing and making friends at your coffee shop. You want to show an ad of people having a date at your coffee shop. You want to show an ad of people finding love at your coffee shop. You want to show an ad of people holding business meetings at your coffee shop, or a video of independent freelancers working. You want to show an ad of a happy customer drinking coffee and reading a novel. These are just some ideas that you can test to see how people are reacting to your ads. And this is how branding works. People will associate your coffee shop as a place not just for coffee, but also for meeting people and satisfying the need for a sense of belonging. You want to investigate whether it works to create an animation for your ads. Or you might want to test to see if engagement will be driven by showing the taste quality of your coffees and your specialties. Perhaps you might want to have a video of customers tasting your coffee as a testimonial and leaving positive reviews on camera. You want to think about all the creative ways to brand your coffee shop so that you can grow your company into a 7-figure business. Congratulations.